and watch it, or if you would like to, I can take you through a couple more problems as well. But we would like to finish off by doing problems 4 and 6, and then give you some time to work. We're going to test next week, Wednesday, on these rational expressions. A complex fraction is when we have more than one fraction. So you can see we have 2 in the numerator, we have the 1 as a whole. I'm going to rewrite this so that you can see it as 1 over x minus 1 over c, and the bottom I'm going to write it as x over 1 minus c over 1. And the first step is always to get one fraction in the numerator and one fraction in the denominator. I'm going to write the denominator first. So everybody see in the bottom you have a common denominator of 1. So I can just write it as x minus c over 1. I could have done that right away because it's just x minus c. I could write x minus c over 1. But in the top, I do not have a common denominator. What is the common denominator going to be? X times c. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom here by x. And I'm going to multiply the top and bottom here by c. And as you notice in the top, I'm going to get c minus x. And my new denominator is c times x. So I have one fraction in the top, I have one fraction in the bottom. Every time you get to that point, we follow the next step. And the next step is to do what? Multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to take this and take c minus x divided by c times x. And I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 1 over x minus c. And once you multiply by the reciprocal, we then look for something to cancel. Are c minus x and x minus c, are those the exact same? They're not. How do I make them the same? What could I take out of this to make them the same? A negative 1, yeah. So I will factor out a negative. This becomes positive x and a negative c over c times x. We talked about factoring out a negative earlier. And then this is still 1 over x minus c. So x minus c and x minus c, those are now the same. So I can reduce those to 1, and I get negative 1 over xc. We'll do our last one together, which is problem number 6. I'm going to write this as x minus 5 over 1 minus 18 over x plus 2 all over x plus 7 over 1 plus 6 over x plus 2. What's going to be my common denominator both for the top as well as the bottom?
X plus 2.
Yeah, so all you need to do, the right side has an x plus 2. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom of the left side by x plus 2. We got some work to do to FOIL this out, don't we? X times x is x squared. Then I have 2 times x and a negative 5 times x. That's going to make a negative 3x. And then I have 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And negative 10 minus 18 is negative 28. Over what? x plus 2 over, now I'll do the same thing on the bottom. X times x is my x squared. I have 7x and 2x, which make 9x. And then I have 2 times 7 is 14, plus 6 is 20. That's a lot, but it's going to work out really, really nice. First of all, does the top factor? What are the two numbers that multiply to negative 28 and add to negative 3? Negative 7 and positive 4, good. Over x plus 2. And then I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom, which is x plus 2 over two numbers that multiply to 20 that add a 9 are 4 and 5. And we can see that what reduces is x plus 4, x plus 2. And so I have x minus 7 over x plus 5. Can I cancel out the x's too? No. If it's 7x over 5x, then you can, because the written is multiplication. But if the written is addition and subtraction, you can't just cancel out the x's. Okay, and so that's the result. That's that. I want you to turn to your assignment. And I would like you to work through, so the front side, problems 1 through 6. On the back side, 7, 8, and 9. 10 is optional. 10 doesn't work out that nice. It's not a very clean problem. The other ones work out much, much cleaner. But I do want to warn you that some of them can maybe give you a little bit of a run for your money. So if you need help with one, I'd love to help you work through. Just to be clear, with 10 minutes left in class, so at 1:15, we're going to do a checkpoint just to have you practice one that's not in your homework to see how we can do with it, okay? See where we're at.